Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another war attack with LB and the Outlaws. This is my first attack in this war, which I believe is War 42, Take 1. Um, and it's very early in the war. We've only had 4 attacks. We've got 14 stars, and they've made a couple of attacks and got 7 stars. So not much is going on here in terms of how the war is going to fall out. Everything is still in its early stages. Just a quick look. We've got Joey, new guy in the clan, first war with us. Has a nice industrial age Korean base, and welcome to the clan, Joey. The opponents, the big boys, have a couple industrial age bases up top. So we're probably going to be looking at having to deal with some of their tanks or artillery in the CC. I'm up against it a little bit in this war. We're going straight across, and I am going to attack their 5. But my tactics are upgrading, so I have no tactics, and that makes me a little bit nervous. And I'm sure, if I don't do well in this attack, Chris and Felix are going to be like, "Hey, LB, why didn't you, pony up the crowns to get those tactics rolling?" So hopefully, I won't be eating my words on that, and we'll be able to still power through even without the help of tactics. I do at least have my Strength of the Gladiator from the Colosseum, so that's some help. But hey, guys, tactics are a crutch, right? So we'll see. Anyway, Nasir, another new base, a new player joining our clan, has kind enough to give me some hussars, which are pretty beefy cavalry, lots of hit points like that, and I've got 2 level 10 generals. I'm going with my beefiest generals. I'm going with as much hit points as I can, since I'm not going to be able to freeze up any of those mortars or gun turrets smacking my guys. So I'm going with Alexander with his 20,800 hit points, and Joan of Arc with her 22,000 hit points, so that my generals can at least take a licking and keep on ticking. And I've got the 3 Mahouts, 12 Tertios, so that and 5 Cuirassiers in my normal war army, which is pretty standard. I usually roll with this and tend to stick with it. I bring in the Musketeers and the Fusiliers, which, playing Roman, at least the Fusiliers are a little beefier too. But their job is basically, if I pick up forest defenders coming in, cavalry coming in, or for stables, and infantry troops with those guys if I can. Maybe drop a few if I need to, if my cannons are hanging out. And so that's pretty much where we are in terms of the army. Just a quick scout shows I'm up against a Enlightenment Age base. One of the things that hopefully will be in my favor is that they do lack stout walls, and they're not heavily upgraded in terms of the strength of their defenses. Basically, everything looks like it is, this is a base that has recently converted over from gunpowder age, and that being the case, I'm hopeful that again the lack of tactics won't be such a big deal. Anyway, Colosseum, that's going to pump out some troops, and they put out 8 initially, but then they're a little slow with the follow-ups. The Angkor Wat is the third wander. This wander basically heals troops in the area, so it'll be some help to all of these the stables and garrisons up around it, trying to keep those troops healed. I'd like to obviously get down there and kill it, but I want to start up here in the northeast corner, pretty much right. Actually, come in between 12 and 1 o'clock on that angle, because it'll give me some room to get my troops down out of the range of a lot of defenses shooting at me, and get my attack established. And then I want to get in there and try to get that quick victory, and then probably wheel around and go around the outside of the base. And just looking at the base, I think I'm probably going to be okay to come around counterclockwise, I want to say. I don't know, clockwise, probably clockwise. I'm going to have some trouble keeping outside, because my knights and my heavy cav are going to always want to come in and attack these defenses along the way. But let's see how it goes. Hopefully I'll be able to get around and get through this base. The third wonder they have is purely economic, the Hanging Gardens. I think buffs some sort of economic stuff, so it's really not much of a use in war. So there we go. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I appear to be green across the board, and let's see how this plays out. All right, so everybody's in good start. I think we've got the quick victory. I had to rally the troops in there to make sure they got on top really quickly, which limits my ability to really direct control of the troops, and that is something that's a little bit problematic, but hopefully we'll be able to get everybody moving around in unison through here. I've got a little stuck here with some mahouts in my two generals, but they're coming through now, and we'll see how that goes. Still, the army looks like it's still pretty much intact, so that's a good thing. Here comes some troops out here. I'm going to drop this, my last group of Hunter Army guys, because I don't want to put myself in a position where that group of cavalry could have got into my guns. My mahouts are going to run into some trouble. They've got to get through that wall pretty quickly. My heavy cavalry seems to be hung up there. Hopefully that won't be a long-term problem. But I've still got 3 cannons and 3 guns and 3 supply carts left. And here come the heavies coming through, so that's a good thing. Having a little bit of trouble with getting that general down. And at this point, I'm just going to let my troops run. Oh, that general got my supply carts. That was not a good thing. I don't know why my troops are not attacking that general, but he is causing me some heartache. Finally, thank you. 20 seconds left. Can we get there? It's going to be close. Yes. All right. Pretty exciting war. Took a lot of casualties. And that, of course, that's a function of troops getting stuck and going in different directions more than anything else. But that shows you the power of tactics, because if I had tactics, I would have been able to put a protection buff on my troops I like to do, and I would have had plenty of sabotage to keep those nasty elements under control. Nonetheless, 5 stars, well done. Easy enough to retrain the troops, and good fight. So, and of course I can always use that diamond, because rebuilding the mercenaries for attack number 2 is going to be a good thing. And I like to see the 5 stars pop on the board. All right, so there we are. Thanks for watching. 19-7, and we're off to a good start.